it's James Johnson, aka Blade. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my content, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnaughts and the Dreadnought Improvement Program by Brother Munroe. So we are playing as the Kingdom of Portugal, and we are currently at war with Italy. We just finished up a war, I believe, with somebody. Somebody would have been Netherlands, I believe. Yeah. And so now we're working on Italy, and we're working our way around Africa, and we might possibly come up here into the Med and try to take those holdings. But that is currently where we're at in game, so let's get with it, shall we? Yeah, we're not going to be spending money to get a alliance, nor do we want to lose naval budget, so no. Alright, and we are killing transports, it looks like. 8 transports sunk. Kingdom of Portugal, that's us. We lost transports in the West Indian Ocean. Here because of that heavy cruiser. Alright, we need to be going to politics. Naval invasion. Eritrea. Not currently building anything. We are spending 1.8 because we are building shipyard capacity right now. Expanding it out like another 1,000 tons. So that's why we're currently in the negative funds. Alright. Here we go then. Seems income-wise we have went from hemorrhaging negative 1 million to only negative 200,000. No, we're not going to be paying France for an alliance. Okay, everyone's dogpiling on Japan. Yeah, Japan is at war with pretty much everybody, minus us, and Austria-Hungary, and China, Greece. But you know, some of these people really don't matter, as they don't really have anything to matter with. The two people that are on, well, friendly terms with Japan almost don't matter. And Italy is currently suffering the same problem. Alright, we are still working on this, so being only negative 200 right now is a fairly decent situation to be in, I think. We're going to hit next turn. Probably going to get dragged into war with Japan on this turn, unless we pay to avoid it, which might make sense. We don't really have the spare fleet capacity to be fighting over on that side of the world right now. Actually, our monthly balance is now up to 10 million, so we must have finished expanding the shipyard. And 10 million is a pretty healthy chunk of change. Though, at a max shipyard size of 13,300 tons, I can't really build anything I want to build at this stage. I'd really like to be able to build a fast-moving battle cruiser. And obviously, we don't have a hull for that. Not at that tonnage. No, we're not paying for an alliance with Germany. we'll destroy some transports. Okay, France is attempting to steal the same province we're working on, I believe. Yeah, they are. Alright, we're going to build a couple more destroyers. And in fact, we have a couple of destroyers here that still need to be refit, because we built 3 more to expand the destroyer force already. So after this group of 3, we'll just refit all 6 of them. Again, we're not paying for any alliances. Okay, we gain control of Eritrea. Very good. So now then we're going to go to fleet. One of these destroyers is going to go to Eritrea. The other 2 are going to our other freshly captured territory in Italian Somaliland. I don't think we really have the tonnage to put another one there. One of these Mozambiques probably. This one. So Maputo, Mogadishu, and Bissau are where these new destroyers are going. So one here in Mogadishu, and one in Maputo. Okay. So basically along this West Indian Ocean, or in this case in the Red Sea. Right. We should move the fleet on. head to Cagliari. We're going to attempt to capture Sardinia next. In the meantime, let's try to expand on our shipyard. We'll go with this 8-month variety. How much money are we hemorrhaging? Fair amount. Okay. Yeah, we're not paying the US for an alliance. We're gonna sink more transports. And time for an invasion against Italy. Sardinia is, yes. Where is that trying to go to? I feel like it's out of fuel. Gets low on gas.
So we're basically building an empire pretty much completely off of dogpiling on to targets. So the world goes to war with Italy. We go to war with Italy. We take the scraps that the world hasn't taken from Italy. That's pretty much what has happened with every single nation to date, is we've just kind of dogpiled on with the rest of the world and taken the scraps, what was left behind by the rest of the world. I do believe that there's a lot of things in this Dreadnought Improvement Program that need to be fixed. This dogpiling is probably one of the most important things they need to fix. It's not any fun. But as navies go, we do not have a very strong one compared to the bigger countries. So we are being allowed to survive just based purely off of politics. We're managing to keep friends, if you will, and here we're going to ally with Britain, which will last like 2 turns or something before they decide they don't need to be our allies anymore. Alright, how is our Sardinia invasion looking? 99% chance. It's the first time it hasn't been 100%. Wonder what's going on there. But that's actually a good thing. I've been accomplishing these invasions far too easily with far too little tonnage. You know, this is just 10 light cruisers that have been my invasion force the whole time. That's like, you know, 30,000 tons or something. A remarkably small force which has created the majority of our empire. Alright, I think we're going to focus in a bit on the Med. Okay, more transports. We are winning. The Italian Empire government desperately asks us to sign a peace treaty. Should we accept? Normally I would want to take this. However, we're in the middle of doing an invasion of Sardinia, and Sardinia is actually a fairly, I would say, lucrative province. Maybe one of the more lucrative provinces we've attempted to take since the game has started, so I think we're going to have to fight to the end. Kingdom from Portugal lost 3 transports in the sea region of the West Indian Ocean. What's going on down there? Is that heavy cruiser still not capable of finding its way to wherever it's going? Evidently not. I feel like it's out of gas, and it's currently causing us issues. We only have 1 destroyer here right now. We're gonna wait. Till another destroyer is made. Are we gonna do that? Yeah, I think we are. What's in the zone here with us? Two torpedo boats and a light cruiser. Seems like something we could take on. It's over here. The torpedo boat. Where is it going? Off to that side of Sardinia, huh? These guys going anywhere? No, they're just sitting there. Gonna split the fleet? I think so. Sink the transports. Alright, 3 torpedo boats and a light cruiser. This will be one of the more interesting fights we've had so far in this Let's Play, more than likely. But we still, I think, are the heavy favorites here. The torpedo boats are going to probably be a little bit annoying, but the 2-inch guns on board our light cruisers should keep them from being any type of threat to our light cruisers. Just form up into one battle line, guys. And let's
tighten up the formation a little bit. We're spotting things off to the north, so let's head a little bit that way. We'll speed stuff up a bit. So the assumption here is we're going to out-armor and outgun the enemy light cruiser, but we don't know that for sure. As for the torpedo boats, we just need to keep them out of torpedo range. Okay, let's slow things down a bit. What is their range? 2.5. That's longer than I would like. Alright, looks like the first torpedo nuisance has been neutralized. Or should be neutralized. Yep. This is a problem. Duds, thank you, Lord. Pause.
doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn it. Detach you. Detach. 4, follow 3. No, 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 no. Damn it. Follow 3. Alright. Well, what do we got here? We have main build at 3.6, kind of what we expected. And we've got a gun that's actually might be somewhat of an issue. We've got a torpedo boat reloaded over here. This guy's got torps. Got a lot of them. get him sunk before he poses a threat to the Florodomar. It's not a horrible looking. That's not a. That's a semi-armored hull, I think. Stay outside of their torpedo range, please, guys. Alright, that light cruiser's down. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem going forward, as we're going to lose tonnage in our invasion force. Just kind of doing our best to stay out of torpedo range here. Both of these little torpedo boats are pretty torn up. Let's take a look at that design. So definitely a lot of torpedoes aboard it. These are pretty large torpedo boats. Double stacks on them. One would think these things would not be able to take too many hits. We lost vision on them? Nikes. I kind of don't want to go anywhere near them because of the torpedoes, obviously. Alright, that one's down. Sadly, we ate a torpedo in the incident. We'll send the overweight destroyers to try to make up the difference for the lost light cruiser. These four will attempt to rendezvous with the destroyers. Alright, we have a heavy cruiser and 6 transports. Cagliari versus 5 of our light cruisers. This could go poorly or it could go stellar. Depends on the design of the heavy cruiser. Everyone form up into one battle line, please. Alright, what do we got here? Let's pause to examine it. 11 inches. Well, there's no doubt that they have the ability to penetrate our armor. They can penetrate... Yeah, pretty much all the way out to 10,000 they can penetrate. So it's just a matter of not being hit. At 5,000, they're getting up to around 5% accuracy. What about the secondaries? Secondaries look to be no threat. So avoiding the big gun. Can we penetrate them? Now that's the next question. They've got a 5.3 inch main belt. We can penetrate him. So honestly, we just want to keep our distance, and hopefully we have better gunners as far as aiming is concerned. Which means we'll probably want to come down to 12.4, I believe is our max cruising. It is. Give ourselves the best gunnery possible here. Oh, how close do we need to be to penetrate his 5.3 inches of armor? Oh, we don't have to be close. Good. They're up to 13, 14, growing. We have twice the gunnery. They do have torps. Torps are on the shorter range. We need to look out for that. Alright, smoke time. Are we still firing, H.E.? Come on, gunnery officer, switch. Sagras, detach. Start chasing down the transports. And you can go full speed. Flooding hit. Excellent. .5, 6.6. Speed on this guy. Alright, speed up the fleet here. think I noticed the transports have guns. They're not heavily armed, but they do have guns. .3 inches. Yeah, we'll just stay on that course. That should be fine. In fact, how far away are you? 7K. Smoke. Steady up on that course. Come up to flank. Back to HE, guys. guess the main body, I'll take out the rest of the transports. If you want to chase the singular ship there. Do I want to stay in this fight against that heavy cruiser? I feel like we've got it fairly wounded. Okay, let's put this back on auto. Flooding hits. She should actually go down here. That went well. West Indian Ocean again. Alright, we gain control of Sardinia. Good show. We're gonna move back to Porto, the destroyers. Where would our light cruiser have gone to repair? Valletta? And it's not done repairing. Valletta is a British port. Interesting. Alright, well, these 5 move around here. Okay, we're still building those other 3DDs. Are we blockading Italy? Is that what's going on? Alright, so it looks like we've finished building those destroyers. Kill some transports. 10 transports sank. Western Mediterranean, 3 transport ships in West Indian Ocean. That ship is still down here. Hasn't commissioned yet. What's can I refit a ship that hasn't been commissioned? Doesn't look like it. Got a torpedo boat heading out to deal with French ships. Well, that's fine. Okay, these four. Gonna move over here off the coast of Palermo. Where'd our light cruiser go? Did it rejoin this task force? Well, where the... It's 3 in Ponte Delgado, which there's supposed to be. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at sea. Floro del Mar went to Balam. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oops. Well, we're gonna get to see how she looks in port. Ooh, Okay, exit. So she sailed all the way back here. Head up, rendezvous with your friends. Okay, and then politics. This might be a little harder. Can't do a naval invasion, evidently. More light cruisers to the Med. Here we go. Brits broke their alliance with us. Killing some transports. 7 transports. We lost 3 transports in the Western Med. To what? I'm not sure. Spanish are attempting to invade mainland. We seemingly can't do an naval invasion yet. Am I clicking on the wrong? Why not? We still have this annoyance down here. Before we do anything, let's go to ship design. Let's refit all of the destroyers that haven't been refit. Are we going to activate? It does round 1. Yeah, we're going to throw the entire first destroyer squadron into the fight. Just stick them here-ish. Looks like our shipyard expansion has finished. We're flush with funds again. No, we're not paying for an alliance. Right to the end. Kill those transports. Okay, we didn't lose any transports that turn. Good. Who's attempting to invade? France. Can we do an invasion here yet? We're attempting. Where's Italy? Italy. Here we are. Why not? You guys go rendezvous here. Destroyers, you can team up with these light cruisers. Don't understand why. I guess we just don't have the tonnage. Three more destroyers, please. Cagliari, Cagliari, Cagliari. Expand another 1.3 tons. Four transferred sunk. Alright, we're gonna finally try to deal with that ship. Still can't do enable invasion. Needed tonnage 41.8. And 14 would be 44. Once these ships move, I should have the necessary tonnage. It's just odd that it's not like giving me any information without me looking at what France needs. If France didn't have that naval invasion there, I wouldn't know how to come up with what I needed to do the invasion with. Usually you have a minimum amount, which I thought was 25,000 in this variant of the game, but for some reason it's not letting me do the naval invasion with a fleet of 30,000, which is more than the 25,000 needed. So for whatever reason, this particular port is different. So it's supposed to be, there's a baseline of X, and then if you only have X and it's a really big port, well, you can still attempt to do the invasion, you can still order the invasion, it's just going to have a slim chance of succeeding. It'll have a 10% chance or 20% chance of following through. Where in this game, it seems it's like if you have the necessary amount to do the invasion, and then you end up like something with 100% chance. I feel like they have the whole invasion stuff really messed up in Dreadnought Improvement Program. So invasions need to be fixed. What else needs to be fixed in Dreadnoughts Improvement Program? The dogpiling. Yeah, the political dogpiling is terrible, and the invasion mechanics currently in the game are far too easy. There's nothing wrong with the base game invasion mechanics. Go back to the base game invasion mechanics would be my best advice to them. Alright, now I should be able to queue this thing up, hopefully beat France to the punch. I still can't. Why? Would be nice to know why I can't do enable invasion here. I don't know, maybe it's something along the lines of because France is doing a naval invasion, I'm not allowed to do a naval invasion? I don't know why that would be. Let's just sail the fleet to the other side of Sicily. You guys, let's move over here to the other side of Sicily. And we will attempt to invade the other eastern Sicily instead of western Sicily. Oh yeah, we were chasing that ship around. He seems to have buggered into the Red Sea now. Let's move these ships back to their port. I am expanding, yes. Peace signed. There's a battleship there. The Terror class. Top speed, just shy of 20 knots. Armor. Fourteen 2.4-inch guns. 5 twin 5.3s. 6 12-inch. Huh. What do these light cruisers look like? I guess we'll take the battleship as a prize. It'll be our first capital ship, a captured battleship. It's got a 16-ton displacement, which is currently more than we can actually build ourselves. So I guess that's something. Although we're about to be able to build this size ship ourselves. Although this Roma class doesn't look terrible. Or is it a Roma class? It's a Generoso class heavy cruiser. There's 2 of these here. Or I could take them all. Take this, and this. Yeah, why not? Okay. Move all of the ships to Lisbon. Alright. These ships here. Set to limited. And next turn. Okay. All right. Move ships from Lisbon to Porto. Those would be the destroyers. So Desron 1 will return to its normal home port. Out to Ponta Delgada, we'll go 1, 2, 3 of the light cruisers. That's going to make the turn more expensive. Probably was a bad idea to do. Yeah, might have been. Alright. You go to Lisbon. You go to Lisbon. In Lisbon, I want to move half the light cruisers to Natal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This switch to peacetime is always a pain in the butt. we're getting closer. We're still hemorrhaging funds. We still haven't repaired that battleship, huh? These ships haven't arrived. Two more months on the repairs. Only to then end up going directly into a refit process. So we'll have probably likely burned through all the money we won from the Italian War just to get things correctly set up for peace. Part of the negative income expenditure is the construction of added shipyard size. There's not much of Italy left. Right, everything's at limited, with the exception of what's being built and repairing. Okay, so these new heavy cruisers it's time to refit them. This is our prize ship, and we already have some sort of issue here. Interesting. Go back to steam steering, go back to balanced rudder. I would like to see if we can't push this up to 20. We can. Do I like where the funnels are? Do I like the funnels that are being used? Generally like to have my funnels down in here. What did I click on? be the furthest aft the funnel will go. Can we move this tiny little house right down in there? Lol. Goodbye, casemates. You gotta go. Meow meow. Goodbye, secondaries. You gotta go. Meow meow. Goodbye, torps. You gotta go. Meow meow. That's a tower? All it is, isn't it? Okay, so all that's left are the 11s. That's what it looks like. Can't move you up there, can we? Alright, we're actually going to move you forward to extend the citadel as much as possible. .9 max length. Boost up the armor on them. .12 will be fine. Let's go about 8.5 on the barbette. Coincidence 2. We don't have any torps, right? No, good. Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 3, or Mark 3. A big fan of 2-inchers, though it's purely for shooting at destroyers. Couple center line 2 inches. You know, can we get a very small barbette up here? Come on. This is a bizarre ship so far. Right there. Now those two should have full field of view. Much better. How do I flip the gun? I never remember how to do that. R or T? Oh, here we go. Alright, so that's a nice field of view. Those will be 2.9s at max length. These towers are absolutely ridiculous, but it's more room for armor. 8? Or is that being too generous? 8 works. 2.5. Main deck. Two. Inch and a half superstructure. Maybe an inch and an eighth. So conning tower. We still have plenty of space here. What about things that we've obviously missed? We can increase the range. Barbette 3. That's a bit more barbette than we really need. Barbette 1 is fine. Harvey armor, please. Anti-torque 2. Anti-flood 2. Citadel 2? No. Okay, Citadel 1. Alright. Less detonation chance, also less weight. Wait, what? Did that just 9262? Oh no, it did save us weight. TNT 1, yes. Light shell size. Standard, please. normal turret, thank you. Standard ratio. Alright, let's think about this. We're firing a pretty hefty gun. For all intensive purposes, it's a 12-inch. Our primary job is to take out light cruisers and other heavy cruisers. We're not really attempting to build something to take out capital ships. For light cruiser purposes, it's obviously more than capable. For heavy cruiser purposes, it's more than capable. So if we went up here, this would be to like try to pen battleships with a heavy cruiser. If we stay down here, we get increased damage, less shell penetration. You know, I tend to like to have more penetration, because... But then... we only have 8 inches of armor, and that was max that we could throw on this heavy cruiser. Obviously, to take out heavy cruisers, we only need to pen 8 inches most of the time. At least right now. And we can do that with any of these. Yeah, but what if we're coming up against a battleship? I kinda need my ships to be able to overperform their role, because I don't have the funds to afford a lot of ships. So my light cruisers need to be able to kill heavy cruisers, and my heavy cruisers need to be able to kill battleships, I think. So we're gonna go with capped ballistic for maximum penetration. HE though. HE's not about penetration. Let's just go nose fused. Increased HE on secondary, standard ratio on main. Alright. More range? No. Bulkheads? No. This is pretty much set where it's gonna work. I'm fine with 20, as that's gonna pair with my current light cruisers just fine. as well as the battleship, I'm going to try to set to 20. So all the ships will be able to sail together speed-wise just fine. Let's throw a little bit more on the inner deck. Belt armor, main deck. I think that's about as much as we're going to squeeze out of this guy. So, what have we really done? Some of you might be saying, I made a worse ship. We moved around the bits and bobs so that they're more in this gully, if you will. We widened the citadel just a... Where'd you come from? Alright. We have a little more weight to play with. Alright, there we go. So even a little bit more armor plugged in around the place. Torpedoes, I don't find them very useful for capital ships. If you're in a situation where you need torpedoes, you've got a lot of worse things happening for you. Secondary spam, throwing in all these casemates and stuff, I think is just a waste of weight. Having two decent secondaries like this placed to where they can get a good field of view, I think is more weight efficient use. These 2.9 inch extended barreled Mark III 2-inch guns should give me more than enough firepower to hit small, fast objects like destroyers. These are our anti-destroyer turrets. And then these are the main turrets. We changed them from 11.1 to 11.9s and extended them as much as they can be extended. And we've upped the penetration on them with the shell type. We also made it so that We have less chance of having stuff blow up. All in all, I think we've created a better ship than what the AI had here. Probably far and away so. We've increased speed so that it can operate with our other ships. We've increased range so that it can be more useful. More bulkheads, more survivable. Better steam engine. We decreased some of this stuff here just to save weight. Increased the armor quality, lowered the barbette. We didn't need the level of barbette that was on here per se. I'm happy with this refit. I think this ship is going to turn out to be surprisingly decent, with the exception of these silly towers. These silly towers are tiny. They can't even see the bridge. Can't see over the 2-inch mount in front of it, which is kind of hilarious. I guess the conning tower must be up here in this mast. So I'm just pretending that this is where most of the gunnery and observation is going to happen. This is the conning tower. It's not here. And then the minimal rear tower is even worse. It's not going to see jack. But, you know, the 2 inches, they're going to have a nice field of view and a field of fire, so that's good. We got good engine efficiency, which means good engine efficiency gives us extra range, which is always great. All in all, I'm happy with this ship. We've got a full 8 inches of armor on the main belt. Main belt has been extended as much as we can. I think we're good to go here. So we're going to save this design. And we're going to refit both of these new trophies into something that might be useful for us. I mean, what are we joking? These ships are going to be extremely useful for us. They're better than our light cruisers in pretty much every conceivable way. They go the same speed, they have more armor, they have more gun. They're our light cruisers, but better. I did save it. Maintenance wise, they are a little bit 1.6 million a month compared to maintenance on these, which are $500,000 a month. But you know, these are basically, you know, capital ships. You're going to expect that they're going to be in fact, we even made them cheaper to maintain. Look at that. Cheaper to maintain, more armor. Huh? Crew went down. Crew went down hugely. That's because there's less guns to have to crew. Well, there's another plus to not having so many damn secondary guns on your ship. It's a waste to crew. It really is. So let's get those guys refit. Are we gonna have the room for this? You know, not yet. I think we're already using a fair amount of our... We are. So Let's get that battleship out of repair, and then we will refit those two. Okay, ship design, refit, proceed. Okay, we're commissioning them, we're refitting them, and let's go to the Terror. Kind of like the name. Oh my god, what is this? What the hell is this? I have been conned. I want my money back. You're kidding me. Look at this thing. Oh my god. What have I purchased? I thought I was getting a battleship. No. Okay. Well, we can fix this. Can we? I mean, yeah. We'll figure it out. Will we? Okay. Oh my god. What am I looking at? What is this hull? Oh my. Alright. Well, 20 knots, please. Can do. I mean, can easily do. I want that. Might have been too optimistic. Fort 2 and Fort 2. Citadel 2. .4-inch guns. Where? Up here. Alright. Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 1. I guess 12s will be fine. Length, max diameter, so basically effectively 13s. Put 14, can come down on the barbette, 12.5, 11.5. Two and a half on the top. Max out the main belt. Five and 5. We don't need that much inner belt. Holy crap. Throw the 2 inchers into those giant freaking things. Make them 2.9s. Max out their length. Alright, definitely bizarre looking ship, but it might be a capable ship. Foredeck Tower 2. Better tower. Secondary tower we have. What is this? Rear tower 4. That is actually the best rear tower, huh? Okay. Alright, I guess the rest will go into Oh, we're at 16154. Okay, well. There we go. We likely could have pushed the speed up on this, but we want it to operate with all the rest of our ships, so 20 knots is fine. I was expecting an actual battleship, not a coastal defense ship like this, but as far as coastal defenses go, I think this one is gonna work fairly decent. It's got pretty decent range. All in all, not too shabby of a ship. And this should be cheaper than the previous Terror in maintenance, right? So the previous one was 5.57 million. Jesus Christ. And this one is 4.1 million. So significantly cheaper in maintenance. Crew is down to 1291 from what used to be 1764, so we've saved 500 crew. We did slightly increase top speed by a whole 0.3 knots. We've lowered our maintenance on the ship, and I believe we made overall a better ship, so woohoo for that. Alright, let's get these ships refit. Yeah, Italy was just commissioning that ship. I'm thinking a battleship, newly commissioned. It's going to be something that wasn't what it was. I was very disappointed to see what that battleship was. this turn seems to be taking a little bit. I am not actually expanding the shipyard. That has me worried. What am I spending all the money on? Fleet maintenance. Fleet refit is 7 million. Okay. Do I have everything set to limited? No, not quite. Oh, and these DDs need to be refit. Alright, otherwise everything is now at limited. This battleship may be more than we can afford right now. I don't want to get dragged into a war by Germany. Alright, so with those guys refit, we're down to 9 million a month still. And that's with everything set to limited. That is a bit of a problem. Maybe it might be time to mothball that battleship. We can do the refit when war comes. how much does that change our maintenance? I think it's dramatically cheaper. Let's just mothball it. Wait, is it 1.6 maintenance a month to be mothballed? And with... oh, then we're recommissioning. Oops. Grr. I don't want to commission it. I just wanted to see what the price difference was. Can I refit it while it's commissioning? There's no eligible ships. Damn it. So I don't know what the difference between low crew and mothballing is. I think low crew means that the ship is not getting maintained and it takes damage and needs to be repaired. And I think when it's in a mothballed state, it's being maintained, but by an imaginary object that's not crew. Like it's some shore authority that comes to make sure that the ship stays in repair, if you will, but without crew aboard. I'm thinking is what mothballed is. So throwing on a skeleton crew just means I would then have to turn around and repair it when war comes. So mothballed might be the best way to go, even though it's going to be more expensive than having a skeleton crew. But then I have to go through the commissioning process that I'm going through now. So it's 2 turns to commission. What if I take the crew slider down to just before it becomes low crew? So it'll have enough crew to keep the ship maintained, but it'll be slightly cheaper to maintain, I think. That might be the best way to go. Or I mothball it. That would wreck GDP. We don't want to do that. Okay, so 1236 doesn't give me low crew. Right now it looks like it's 2.7 million to maintain. And it seems to still be 2.7 million to maintain. With the crew set to less. Mothballed is like 1.5 if I remember right. I hate to take away from tech. Alright, we're just going to live with that for now, I guess. Please raise the GDP. Speaking of which, how are we doing now? Got a GDP of 22 billion. Just more than Japan. It's about equal to tiny little Italy that somehow has nearly the same GDP as I do, with like 2 provinces or 1 province or something. I'm sitting on 21 provinces and 29 ports with this tiny GDP. Okay, our Navy tonnage is 106,000 tons. I mean, if we think about this in tonnage to GDP, we are maintaining a Navy that is about a 1/3 of the United States with way less GDP. The US has, what, 6 times more GDP? China has 5 times more GDP, and we're maintaining 1/4 of their tonnage. We're only average in tech. Russia's very advanced. We're not very advanced. I hate knowing that we're falling behind in tech. How is that possible? Ugh. This is probably going to be the last term in the episode, so in the next follow-on episode we're going to have to figure out how to afford our trophy ships. I mean, they're not the most impressive trophies. A singular battleship and 2 heavy cruisers. Basically, our entire navy was screens. We had no capital ships. Now that we've added 3 capital ships to the navy, the country is going broke. We can't afford them. Well, we could do the refit of the battleship. That would make it cheaper monthly. Yeah, we haven't refit you yet. It is like a fairly large amount of savings maintenance. I think we should. Right. Bye-bye money. Anyway, this is where we're going to save things up. Anyway, I am James Johnson, aka Software. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, and until the next time, all, peace.